Go ahead. That's easy.
Coach, just some of the pregame objectives that you had for this one, and did you meet what the pregame objectives were?
Yeah, I mean, our pregame objective always is to score one more point. And we got that done tonight. We played really, really unselfish. We passed the ball extremely well. Defensively, we were pretty good at making them take shots we wanted them to take. Now, in that first half, they scored 24, and 6 or 8 of them may have come off of our breakdowns, where we let them drive straight to the basket. We had bad angles in transition defense. But besides that, I mean, I was really, really happy with how we passed the ball. We scored. We scored it well. And just to have 6 players in double figures and your highest score at 12. I mean, that's pretty consistent. That's pretty darn good right there. And then you've got Yassine, who ends up with 8. So really pleased with how we played tonight. And we needed a game like this at home. We haven't played extremely well here, like we have in the past. So I thought this was a really good ball game. We need to get everybody as much rest as we can tomorrow, because it's going to be a ball game on Thursday night. I don't care what the scores have been in the past games they've played. When we go up to Notre Dame, it's always a game. And I expect it to be a really good basketball game.
Coach, as far as Bianca's development goes, it seems like, especially the latter part of this season, the mid-range J has really been effective for her. I know she had about, I think, 2 or 3 today. She's probably never going to have Kylie's range. How important is it for her to be able to step out there at the free throw line and knock that down?
No, I mean, it's really important. She's changed a lot of scouting reports, because it used to be make her shoot it at the free throw line, give her that shot. Now she's worked so hard on her game that she's pretty darn consistent from 15 to 18 feet. She's not a three-point shooter. She doesn't need to be a three-point shooter. She can shoot them. She shoots them in practice some. But she knows that's not what she needs to do. For us, she shoots it, from 15 feet. She can face up. She's got some quick post moves when she's back to the basket. But, she's doing a remarkable job. And everybody talks about her offensive output today, but it's what she does at the defensive end for us that is invaluable. She guards her man. When someone gets beat, she picks up their man, and then she gets back to her man. It's pretty impressive what she does at the defensive end of the floor.
Coach, just the defensive pressure that you all employed on them, is it one of your finer defensive efforts this year, in your opinion?
Yeah, I thought we played. For the most part, we played pretty darn smart. We got our hands in passing lanes. I'm waiting to see how many deflections she had in 22 minutes, because she had her hands on a ton of balls. And it's not that she got to steal every time, but it disrupts an offense. It takes somebody out of a pattern. It ruins a rhythm. And I was really, really impressed with that. And then we forced them into some turnovers, and we did a decent job of converting those into points. But I've got to give Pitt a bunch of credit, because we turned the ball over 10 times, and they turned those into 13 points, which is pretty efficient.
Can you shed some light right after you came out at the half? You called a timeout with 30 seconds into the third quarter. Can you shed some light on what that was about?
Well, it was a tie-up. So instead of burning the jump ball, Kylie got on the ground. She's got possession of the ball. So I just called a timeout there to make sure it's our ball, baseline out of bounds, and then we keep the jump ball. So that's all.
I'm not sure if you heard the news about Kobe Bryant passed away today in a helicopter crash with one of his daughters. Can you talk a little bit about the impact he's had on the women's game, especially the girls' game as he's coached his daughters?
Yeah, that's it's such a tragic event today. Kobe has been remarkable to women's basketball. Just was it 2 weeks ago? I think he goes up and sees Haley Van Lith play. It's really not. It's hard to put into words right now. It's something I didn't find out about until a little bit before tip, and then it was still trying to be confirmed if that was true and if it was him. And at one point, I was told it was 4 of his daughters, and now it was 1 of his daughters.
That's the report that's been circulating.
So it's just awful. It's not, it's more so. I feel for his wife and his other children. It's not necessarily what he's done for basketball, man. It's about family. It's about family at this point in time. I have four children myself, and just for anyone to have to deal with that, you wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy. So we're grateful, obviously, for what Kobe has meant to women's basketball and his commitment to it, and just his courage to put that out there, that, hey, it's okay. He supports women's basketball. So it's just devastating, sad, and it's gonna be tough, and I really feel for his family.
Jeff, there's so much social media reaction. Do you think kids like on your team still relate to a guy like that, even though, obviously he's put something in women's basketball?
There's no question about it. All right, we had to call a couple players that were very, very devastated before the game. We actually talked about it. We talked about Kobe, what he did, what he's done as a player. And I said, the reason Kobe, the Mamba, is because of how he played. Everybody knew him because of how he played, and then you get to learn about him as a person, and now all of a sudden you've got a great basketball player and a great man. And I said, hey, if you want to pay the respect, go out there and bust your tail, because you don't get to be his stature of a basketball player by not playing hard every single night. All of our players we're a little shaken, and then I was very impressed with how we came out and played. I appreciate everything. Before you shut him down, guys, if you can get out there as much as you can. It's 7,700 sold tickets for our national team game coming up here next Sunday. We're not the city of Louisville is not going to get this opportunity very often. The last time the national team did something like this, I believe, was in '96 or '95 before the Olympics in Atlanta. You're going to get a chance to see Olympians. Sue Bird to be here. She's won 4 Olympic gold medals with women's basketball, going for her 5th. Guys, that's 20 years of playing at the top. Obviously, as we all know, the Olympics aren't held every year. And then you're going to have Angel McCoughtry, who's coming back here, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Breonna Stewart is going to be here. You're not going to get a chance to see the caliber of basketball than you will on Sunday. And I hope our fan base, and even if you don't come to women's basketball games a bunch, if you've got a son or a daughter who strives to play at the highest, you're not going to get a better opportunity than to come in here and see what that actually is. And the great thing about it is we still have lower bowl seats available. It's not like you're going to be sitting up top. So you're going to get a great opportunity to see some of the best basketball players in the world. So I'm hoping that we can get this thing to about 10,000, get the lower bowl sold, the mezzanine sold. I'm hoping our suite holders will all come out. And then, like I said, you got plenty of time to go back, get your wings, get your 6-pack, and have a wonderful time watching the Super Bowl. So I'm hoping that we can show everybody what Louisville is all about, because it's an ESPN game on, as we call it, the mothership. So hopefully we can make this place look great. Thank you, everybody.